So we have a couple of new promo codes for Raid for new players. The existing promo codes all pretty much are the same. Any of you guys are existing players already use them, but if you're a new player, you can get in with one of these new promo codes, and you got a choice between 4 characters. Then from there, we have 4 additional promo codes that you can enter along your journey. So on day 1, you enter your first promo code, and the first 3 days you have to use for these first 4 I'm going to mention. Then from there, you can enter 1 port per day. After a 24-hour period, you're allowed to enter another one. You get a couple of extra rewards for progressing your account. So to start off, the 4 characters are going to be Sun Wukong, Alice, Green Warden Ruach, which is new, as well as TUHANARAK. Okay, these 4 promo codes. Monkey King is going to be for Sun Wukong, Get Alice for Alice, Tree Hugger for Green Warden Ruach, and then Desert Queen for TUHANARAK. I'm going to go over each of these characters and rate them in accordance to what I think about them. Then you can kind of decide as to which one you're going to go with. All of them are pretty fantastic characters. I actually am not too familiar with Ruach. That is a brand new promo code that I haven't seen. Now, any of you that are existing players or someone who's going to be starting your account and trying to use these extra promo codes, they are going to be on the screen right now. Game Leap, that's going to give you an energy refill, 10 XP bruise, 100k silver, and then I'll just list the other promo codes without the thanks. But PP 500, Yearly Gift, and 1M Gift. Those are the 4 active promo codes. Some of them expire in March. The other ones go halfway through the year. In terms of, you can see on the screen when these things will expire for you to enter them. So we will get more promo codes as they go. I'll try to update this video like this every so often and go over my takes of the new characters. But let's go ahead and get into the first character, which is going to be Monkey King or Sun Wukong. So this is actually the character I started the game with. Click the link in the description right now to get the character Tagoar right away, as well as Ugo, Tyrell, and Fane as you level up your account. Here's how to do it. Log out of Player and Play on your PC and uninstall. From there, click the link in the description and register using a new email address. Then launch Raid, complete the tutorial, go to your mailbox, and claim your first champion. Don't forget to use the promo code Supreme6 to get the crazy legendary Void Champion character Supreme Gallic before this code expires. With all these characters, it's an insane start to Raid, so click the link in the description right now and don't miss out. King, fantastic PvP unit. I still haven't gone and rebuilt mine. He is a character that a lot of in-game players will prioritize utilizing over some of the mythical champions in the game, which mythical champions are the ones that are the very rare characters with multiple forms. So what is good about Wukong? He doesn't have a lot of PvE use case. You can use him at the beginning of the game to go through campaign, the first couple difficulties, as well as just a general damage dealer. He will perform fine. Okay, that is his main selling point for new players at the beginning. Then as you progress your account, I'm getting to a spot now where I can definitely utilize him very well. It's going to be his PvP abilities. So the biggest thing is his passive. Once you 3-star ascend this champion, he's going to revive this champion with 100% HP and 100% turn meter 3 turns after they were killed, including yours and your opponent's turn. So he is just reviving non-stop. If your opponent doesn't have a way to block revive on him, he's just going to be coming back and hitting and hitting. And Raid has a bunch of characters in the game that are obnoxious to kill. You build them with a ton of HP. Some have unkillable for certain turns. There's so many things that these support champions have that keep themselves alive, to where Wukong just is going to keep coming back and keep smacking for insane damage. Now, he is a speed lead for Arena. This is also fantastic. It is only for Arena though, but on a new account trying to get into Arena, having a speed lead is very important. Okay, next up, we're going to go ahead in and talk about his skill 3, skill 2, skill 1. Now, with the skill 3, it's going to be an AoE attack, attacking all enemies, and then it steals all buffs from all enemies and places a block debuff on them for 2 turns. The block debuff is fantastic, and stealing all buffs is great. The hard part about that is, in order to steal all these buffs, you generally have to build accuracy on him. That's how you're going to have enough to get past their effect resist. So that is something that comes with very in-game if you're able to slot that in. Some people build accuracy on the Wukong for the skill. Some people build with no accuracy and just pure damage and try to get the most out of him that they can. So now the skill 2, this does very good damage right away. Now the skill 2 is super hard hitting. It attacks one enemy, ignores 50% of their defense, and will attack all remaining enemies with any surplus damage. So you use your skill 2, you kill something, ideally, and then all that extra damage left over hits the entire enemy board for even more damage. Now, next up, 50% of the target's defense attack cannot be a critical. So that's one thing, is this attack cannot be crit on the second part of that. Now, the initial target survives places a sheep debuff on them. He's one of the characters that is able to apply sheep. Sheep debuff is very strong, and this is another thing that requires accuracy, which makes him pretty hard to build for a new player to work at a very high level, but he will work for you. He worked for me getting into regular arena. So this is just a character I can talk about that I know is good. Now, next up, and I mean, I have the other characters as well, but next up we have the skill 1 has a chance to stun. So it's only a 25% chance to stun, but it can be booked up a little bit to where it's a, what is that, 40? 50-50. It's not terrible. And the chance increases to 50% if the target has any buff. So he has a lot of debuffs within his kit, but generally he's just looked at as an amazing damage dealer that's going to continually revive for new players and can be used in PvE. It's just a good damage dealer for PvE. Now, next up, we're going to go ahead and talk about Alice. So Alice was a free character that came out recently. I'd say recently. It's been a few months now, but with the Alice in Wonderland event. So Alice, very strong PvP champion and just, again, general farming strong champion. The difference between her and Wukong is she's going to be a little bit better in PvE, in my opinion, just for general farming. And the reason I say that might be because I got the 5-star soul for her during her event. You won't get that as a new player. That's something you'll have to get over time. But the game is always having free characters that come out like this that you're just going to get for logging in. You don't have to do anything. And as long as you play through the event, you will get, or this one was just log in, you'll get a 5-star perfect soul, which makes any free character you get extremely strong for any general player versus everything or general dungeon content within the game. So now with Alice, I haven't used her a whole lot yet, but going in, her passive is going to be whenever his champion attacks, inflicts 3% more damage to each target each turn remaining on all their cooldowns. She has a skill cooldown effect. The bonus damage is kind of individually for each target. So it's kind of nice extra damage. Resets a cooldown of one of the champion's skills each time they kill an enemy. This is where this passive is good. Okay, this active effect, resetting the cooldown, allows her to just farm very, very quick. You can use her even as a campaign farmer, and it works out great. If you're new to the game, campaign farmer is how you're going to be able to ascend and star up your champions. You're going to be able to promote them from a 3-star to a 4-star. It's probably the most important thing early game. Next up, we're going to have the skill 3. Attacks on enemy will ignore 20% of the target's defense. So defense ignoring is always great. If the initial target is killed, also attacks the enemy with the lowest HP. Will also ignore 20% of that target's defense. So it has defense ignoring and multi-hit, and it hits very hard. So the skill 3 is pretty solid for, I mean, even just PvP. You can end up taking out 2 units in a single hit, or just general PvE. It allows you to farm through fast. And as you kill champions, guess what? The passive is coming in and resetting her skills. Now, the skill 2. This is the very strong part of her kit, in my opinion. It's an AoE attack attacking all enemies. 75% chance of increasing cooldowns that can be boosted up to 100% of the cooldowns of all enemy skills by 2 turns. So it puts their skills on cooldown, meaning they cannot use their skills for up to 2 turns. They can only use their skill 1 ability, which is very strong. It's one of the things I focus on my account. A lot of my characters are skill resetting characters because it's very strong in PvP. Next up, also has a 75% chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 15%. So she also pushes back. So if you're able to boost your team up, so turn meter is going to be how fast or how soon your characters are taking their turn. If you're able to reset your opponent's turn meter, that means you can take more turns over them, and in a turn-based game, very strong. And then if at least one of the target skills has its cooldown increased to max, decreases their turn meter by 30% instead. So if any character has a 2-turn cooldown on something, or say she went after somebody that uses skill 3, they're going to get pushed back even further. The pushback isn't a huge deal, but it can make the difference in some PvP fights. Lastly, her skill 1 attacks one enemy 2 times, place an extra hit if the target already has any active skills on cooldown. So you can get 2 hits off it if you get their skills reset. That's her whole kit. Next up, each hit has an 80% chance of decreasing duration of a random buff. So it's almost like a strip buff. It's where you're removing a buff from your opponent, and it's on a skill 1. So this is going to always be available. You can always click this skill, even if you get turn reset for some reason. But overall, she hits like a truck. She does have attack aura, which isn't the greatest, but not the worst. I always prefer speed or accuracy as a new player, but this is just a general nice character. Plus, it's kind of waifu style character. Not bad. If this is something that you would be interested in, maybe you're Alice in Wonderland fan, get this on your account. As a promo code for her is Get Alice. So very simple. Now, both those characters are great. I think either one you take, Wukong is going to help you probably climb arena a little bit faster because you'll have that guaranteed speed lead. Whereas Alice, you'll have to find a replacement for that because a lot of early arena is going to be trying to get first turn to set your team up to win. But there are other ways to play. That's just the general thing everyone pushes you toward is take turn 1, decrease defense, champion on your team to decrease your opponent's defense, and then use one character to nuke your opponent. So that's where Wukong shines, giving you the speed lead, and he can be your nuker. She can just be your nuker, but she's going to hit in insanely hard and give you a lot of other options within a fight. So both of them fantastic characters. If I had to pick one, probably still do Wukong, but that's just because that's what I'm most comfortable with, and I have not got to play a lot of Alice. Now, the next character we're going to have to go out and check out in the index is going to be Ruark, which is going to be, if I can find it, a Sylvan Watcher is my guess. There he is. Okay, so Green Warden Ruark. I believe I've seen him a little bit, but let me investigate the kit and we'll do this in real time because I should have read him. I did not know he was on this list when I pulled this open. He was the third one down, but let's go ahead and whenever he's going to be, looks like a mostly support champion, but he looks like, I don't know. We'll see. Let's check the reviews real quick. Not rated super high, so the other ones will probably be better. But the passive is whenever an ally loses 10% or more of their max HP from Signup, it places a shield buff on the allies for 2 turns. You go to 10% of the max HP, and as a 1-turn cooldown, you can take that away to where it activates every time that happens. Pretty good. Overall, though, it helps you survive a little bit. Not the best, not the worst. Places a taunt buff, a 6% increased defense and 25% strength buff on his champion. He's pretty selfish, but with the taunt buff, he's causing the enemy to attack him, which is good. That's a reason to be selfish, but hard to rely on just that. He seems okay so far. Attacks all enemies, 80% chance to decrease attack. Also steals all continuous heal buffs from each enemy. This effect cannot be resisted. Damage based off defense, so he's a defense scaling damage dealer. He's not bad, but I wouldn't say he's good either. So this is definitely the last pick, is in my opinion. Attacks on enemy, transfer all debuffs from this champion onto the target. I mean, he doesn't give himself counter buff, so it's a little hard. It's a little hard for me to justify. It was champion by 5% of the max HP for each of transferred. I know he can be used in a fun way. Being able to transfer debuffs, putting attack down makes him stay alive forever. The stealing continuous heal thing is weird. Why doesn't he just continuous heal on your team? I don't know. This character, not a big fan of. We'll just leave it at that. He's definitely going to be my last pick, but if you like him and maybe you see something within his kit that you want to try out, I mean, he is cool looking. That could be the promo code you use. So that is Tree Hugger promo code. Lastly, we're going to go investigate TUHANARAK, which is going to be my number 1 pick. Not even close. The only problem with TUHANARAK is she will be a little bit less fun for you. I believe she's barbarian. Here she is. So TUHANARAK, Void Legendary Champion. They've given away, this is the second one from a promo code that they have given away. That is very rare. Void Legendary Champions, some people play this game for a long time and never summon one. They do give a lot of them away for free through progressing through your account. That's one of the cool things with Raid, is you get a ton of free characters by beating just general content. So there's going to be one called Arbiter. There's a list of missions. Right once you start, you'll see those. Once you get to a certain point of that, you get her for free. Next up, you're going to get Medusa for free from beating Hydra. She's a fantastic cleansing character that can be used in every content. And there's a few others that you will get. There's some way down the road that I won't even mention, but you'll learn about them as you get into Raid. But this would be the number 1 character choice for me. The only issue is with promo codes right now, most of them are going to have all support characters as the promo codes. It's just how it works out. The best characters they give us to choose from for the promo codes are our downloading characters. So like mine has 4 epic champions. A lot of the other ones will maybe have 1 damage dealer and X amount or 1 legendary. And then it's hard to get damage dealers within those promo codes that are solid. It's just the way it's always been, or at least that I've known of. But this character, fantastic support character, and one of the things with her being a Void legendary, Void is at one of the affinities. 4 affinities in the game. Void is one that doesn't have elemental advantage or disadvantage to anything, meaning you can bring them into every dungeon without having a disadvantage. That is worth a lot, and especially on a support character, well, damage dealers are the same, but on a support character, that means you can just flex them into any team and not have to worry about damage dealers. Would be the same way. So that's just the Void affinity. So next, let's go through a kit. Passive, amazing. Removes 1 random debuff from all allies at the start of each turn. That's really good. Okay, getting cleansers this game, a good cleanser at least, relatively hard. Usually you have a cleanser that the rest of their skills don't really do much for you. This is just passive cleansing. Absolutely amazing. And it removes 2 random debuffs instead if they're under a continuous heal. Okay, that's great. Having something to continuously cleanse. If you build her as fast as possible with just pure bulk, you're going to be cleansing all the time. So you won't have to worry about debuffs too much. And that is big on a new account. Next up, place a 60% increased defense buff and 30% increased speed buff on all allies. Okay, that's speed increase is huge for you when you're a new player because you will not have the speed to keep up with dungeons until you get better gear. This mitigates the amount of gear requirement needed to beat stages. Same with the increased defense. You will not have the bulk on your characters, and this is the big increased defense. There's 2 versions. I think it's a 30 and a 60%. 60% is big. Okay, that's going to give you a lot of extra survivability on your whole team, and it can go all the way down to a 3-turn cooldown whenever you skill book her up, which means it's always going to be active on your team. very, very strong. Now, her skill 2, attacks one enemy, 75% chance of placing decreased attack and block buffs. Okay, decreased attack is another one of those skills that's going to make it to where your lower end gear ends up working because the boss will not do as much damage, or the enemies won't do as much damage. It is a only single target attack, so this is going to be best in those big bosses such as Dragon Slayer or things like that to help keep yourself alive. In normal wave combat, it'll only hit one and put decreased attack. The other 3 will still have regular attack, but she does have also this, a debuff spread effect, taking 2 random debuffs from target and placing them on all enemies. So even during those wave effects, can put those debuffs on, and whenever you're trying to farm different style of things, you will end up at a point where you potentially will be getting HP burn, and if you can debuff spread HP burn with her in Spider, it's actually giving you a free Spider team. So you just have to have any character that has single target HP burn, when in the past, you always want to try to find a way to get a character with AoE HP burn to beat Spider, which that's something you'll learn about later. I'm sorry, I'm rambling a little bit here, but I'm just trying to most of the stuff you'll forget. But this is my number 1 pick character. We'll just leave it there. But now the skill 1, attacks one enemy, 30% chance of placing decreased speed. So decreased speed, a lot of bosses you cannot put this on. They're just immune to it. Some of them you can. So it is a 50-50. It's kind of good, not great, but solid. It's going to be really good in certain places and useless in others is the way to put it. Now, this is a big part of her kit. Place a 15% continuous heal buff on this champion for 1 turn. So that means every time she uses her skill 1, she's always going to have continuous heal. Then, which means at the start of each turn, she will heal a little bit. Then from there, also place a 50% continuous heal buff for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP. So she's continuously, she puts up buffs on your team. She's going to be cleansing every single turn. She's going to be putting some pretty okay debuffs on everything, especially Hydra. She's got to be insane at Hydra. I didn't even look at her reviews yet, but that's a big character, and getting into Hydra early just makes your account progress even faster. But that's one of the clan bosses. Now, she's just amazing. She's based off defense. You just build her fast. That's your ultimate goal. It's a great support character. Again, the only downfall of using her promo code Desert Queen is going to be that most characters in the game that come with the download links, at least that say you download through my link, it's mostly support characters. If I get a chance during this to change my promo code to have more damage dealers in it, I'm for sure doing it and saying grab TUHANARAK. You do not want to miss a chance to get a Void Legendary, especially one that like this. It could be used in, think, everything. I don't know a single content I wouldn't bring her in. So it's like 80% of content I'd bring her, at least. That's just a quick estimate. I do not have her sadly on my main account, but it is what it is. So that is my opinion for the promo code champions. Again, number 1, TUHANARAK. Number 2, 3, whichever one you want, Wukong or Alice, depending on which you like more, which you think is cooler. Lastly, the Tree Hugger promo code for Ruark. Not sold on it, but maybe if you're a Ruark fan, let me know what is the reason you want him. But that is all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know which promo code you are going to use, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.